But I'm going to tell you like this. When I saw that, I think T.I. fucking lying.
When that clip hit the timeline, everything froze. My first thought, straight up, I might have been hiding something. King Harris just found himself in the biggest mess of his young life. And this one's way beyond a Waffle House scuffle or skipping out on court dates. His baby mama flipped the internet upside down after allegedly leaking what fans are calling a wild tape involving King. And trust me, social media went crazy fast. Within minutes, the chaos was everywhere. Hashtags flying, comments flooding in, and before anyone could even blink, Boozie jumped into the fire with full energy. He started clowning T.I., throwing all kinds of shade about how he raised his son. It wasn't just jokes, it was full-blown mockery, the kind that cuts deep. Now, here's the twist. It didn't even matter if that tape was real or fake. The internet had already made up its mind. The whispers about King's sexuality have been floating around for years, and people never stayed quiet about it. Some were out here saying he always seemed a little too flashy, while others swore that the baby situation was just a setup to quiet those rumors. Now, with this new leak in the mix, those whispers turned into shouts, and everyone's acting like detectives piecing it all together. The way the internet started digging was wild. Folks pulled up every old rumor, every shady clip, every tweet that even hinted at something. From people claiming King ain't the real father of his kid, to others saying his baby mama had a plan all along. It's a full circus out there. They're saying she got pregnant just to secure the bag, to lock in that Harris name and lifestyle. Crazy, right? But here's where it gets even messier. Folks are now questioning whether King's whole tough guy image is just a costume, like he's been pretending to live that street life he never really knew. People online are calling him out for acting hard when he grew up surrounded by fame, comfort, and cash. They're painting him as a rich kid trying too hard to prove he's from the trenches. And the more he talks, the worse it sounds. And Boozie? Oh, Boozie's move wasn't random at all. He came swinging not at King, but straight at T.I., throwing shade in every direction, calling out his parenting, and turning the spotlight on the father instead of the son. It's cold, but it's calculated. Boozie knows exactly what he's doing. This ain't just gossip anymore. It's turning into a public feud, a pride war, and a humiliation marathon all rolled into one. Everyone's watching to see who claps back first, and it's getting uglier by the minute. Up next, we're diving into those baby rumors, the cover-up theories, and how this drama might just change everything for King and his family. Before that wild tape even started spreading like smoke, King was already fighting another wave of chaos. The question that had the internet locked in, is he really the father of his own baby? The second his baby mama, Ma, announced the pregnancy, social media lit up like fireworks. People were side-eyeing the whole situation, saying something just didn't add up.
Hey. I need that at the warehouse.
Tell me. It been 20 years, bro. It been 20 years. I figure if I wasn't built like that, it'll show by now. It been 20 years, bro. I done faced every challenge motherfucking that like to throw at me, man. You ain't seen me fold, you ain't seen me break.
The first thing the internet jumped on was her age. Folks pointed out that she's older than King, and that alone had everyone talking. Comment sections were filled with people saying, "Girl, you knew what you were doing." Some even called her out for being too strategic, claiming she saw a golden opportunity in King's last name and decided to make her move. Then came that viral clip. King, Ma, and their newborn, looking like a happy family. What should have been a heartwarming moment turned into a trending topic overnight. The blogs couldn't stop spinning it, and the money talk kicked in fast. People were convinced Ma got pregnant just to secure the bag, like she saw the fame, the lifestyle, the Harris legacy, and decided to cash in. True or not, that didn't matter anymore. Once the internet gets a theory, it spreads like wildfire. When the baby was finally born, instead of calming things down, it made everything 10 times worse. The speculation exploded, the comments turned nasty, and every little interaction between King and Ma got turned into so-called proof by online detectives. What should have been a new beginning for King turned into a public trial. Fans started saying he doesn't even look like King, while others claimed King was just trying to rush into being a dad to prove he's grown. The narrative was out of control and the pressure was heavy. So King did what King always does. He went online and fought back. He started calling the baby his twin, flooding social media with pictures and writing captions like, "Y'all can't tell me this ain't mine." He was clearly trying to silence the noise and protect his name. But the harder he pushed, the less people seemed to believe him. It's like every post just fueled more doubt. And here's where it gets deep. For years, the internet has been whispering about King's sexuality, analyzing every little move he made. So when this pregnancy popped up, a lot of people thought he was trying to prove something. They saw it less as a family moment and more like an image play, a way to shut down rumors and look like the man he wants to be seen as. Now with that alleged tape floating around, those same people are back saying, "See, we told you." They're claiming this was the plan from the start. Have a baby, fix the narrative, protect the brand.
Nigga, I ain't twisted. But what I'm saying is, they wasn't.
You can talk like that outside.
Hey, I can talk how the fuck I want to wherever I'm at. I'm on live, shawty. Stop talking to me. Stop talking to me. This ain't your fucking restaurant. This ain't your fucking restaurant. Everything you make, I can pull out my pocket right now. I ain't tripping on you. I ain't tripping. Get the hell out of my face. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you.
Stop talking to him, please.
Who the hell is he?
I'm working at work.
What's your name?
What's your name?
My name King. You know it and your mama know it. Tell your mama Happy Mother's Day. Tell your mama Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. File your shit.
Come back.
What? On game what? On game what? Come here. Come here.
And just like that, what looked like a proud father moment turned into another online battlefield. The conversation flipped quick, from "Congrats, King" to "What's really going on here?" And while everyone's busy dissecting his baby mama's every move, King's caught in a whirlwind of image, rumors, and questions that don't seem to be slowing down anytime soon. While the baby drama kept social media spinning, another storm was brewing. People started digging into King's so-called street life, and what they found had the internet cracking jokes left and right. Fans began saying he's been acting like a gangster in a movie. They're calling it a performance, a whole character built to impress the wrong crowd. For years, King's been walking and talking like he came straight from the trenches. He talks tough, steps into beefs, flashes that hard attitude, but people are looking at him sideways like, "Come on, bro, who you fooling?" They remember exactly where he came from. The son of two music legends, T.I. and Tiny. He grew up around money, cameras, and comfort, not chaos in the streets. Now the internet's saying King's been cosplaying a life he never lived. His childhood wasn't about survival. It was about spotlight. He was raised in nice homes, surrounded by family and fame. Nothing wrong with that. But when you grow up that comfortable, it's hard to sell a story about coming up from the bottom. King even admitted to living with his grandma at one point, which only made things worse for his street image. People started saying, "That's not the hood, that's home-cooked meals and love." Every time King goes online, shouting about being from the trenches, the comment section lights up with jokes like, "Be serious," and "Stop the act." They're convinced it's all for show, a way to earn respect that money can't buy. But here's the thing, King doesn't back down. Every time people question him, he doubles down harder. He talks like he's ready for whatever, claps back at trolls, and keeps posting about real-life struggles. Still, the louder he gets, the less anyone believes him. It's like his words are bouncing off a wall of disbelief. The internet's got receipts too. They've been pulling up old videos, interviews, and even old live streams showing King acting wild, yelling, flexing, and trying to prove his toughness. But fans keep saying, this ain't it. They're comparing him to other celebrity kids who live lavishly but pretend to be hood just for the look. And here's where Boozie slid right in. Smooth and savage. While King was busy arguing with strangers online, Boozie used the moment to twist the knife deeper. He started mocking the whole situation, joking that T.I. failed as a father, and hinting that King's street talk is just comedy. He didn't even have to name names. The shade was loud enough. People started taking sides fast. Some said Boozie was crossing a line, while others claimed he was just speaking facts. Either way, Boozie's words hit hard, especially because they targeted T.I., not just King. It turned from petty gossip into public humiliation, and it showed that this was more than internet beef. This was pride, legacy, and family reputation on the line. Now, with all eyes on T.I. and King, folks are wondering how far this feud is gonna go. Because if there's one thing we know about Boozie, it's that he never stays quiet for long. By the time the internet started clowning King's street persona, things were already spiraling out of control. Every move he made turned into viral content, and the line between confidence and chaos started to blur. King wasn't just being talked about anymore. He was trending for all the wrong reasons. It started with those heated live streams. King would hop on Instagram, voice raised, eyes fiery, talking about how nobody could play with his name. He'd shout about being real, about coming from struggle, and about people needing to respect him. But the more he talked, the more the comments filled up with laughing emojis and memes. People weren't buying the act, they were entertained by it. Then came that one meltdown that sent shockwaves across social media. King got into it with his own family, live and unfiltered. Cameras caught him arguing with his parents, his voice cracking as he tried to prove he was grown and independent. But instead of earning respect, it turned into another punchline. People started calling it the Harris Family Reality Show. Comments were wild, like, he acting like this for views, and bros trying to turn his pain into clout. And just when fans thought it couldn't get worse, Boozie came swinging again. He saw an opportunity and took it without hesitation. Boozie jumped online, laughing about how T.I. raised the soft boy and claiming King was out here embarrassing the whole Harris legacy. He didn't hold back. It was pure humiliation in front of millions. The internet went nuts. Some said Boozie was going too far, but others were hyping it up like a boxing match. Memes started flying. Fan pages posted side-by-side clips of Boozie's kids' verses, T.I.'s, and the comment sections turned into digital battlefields. Boozie even joked that real ones don't need to prove they real, and that single line caught fire. People quoted it everywhere. Meanwhile, King tried to clap back, but it only made things worse. Every post he dropped turned into a joke. Every rant became a meme. Even fans who once defended him started stepping back, saying, maybe Boozie's got a point. It was like no matter how hard King tried, the internet had already decided what story they wanted to tell. T.I. stayed mostly silent, but his silence spoke volumes. People started questioning if the rapper-turned-actor was embarrassed, or if he was just letting his son learn the hard way. Blogs began saying T.I. was losing control of his household, while Boozie kept poking fun, making it look like a one-sided feud he was winning with every post. But here's where it really stung. Boozie wasn't just attacking King anymore, he was taking aim at T.I.'s legacy as a father, as a man, as a rapper who once stood tall for discipline and respect. Every jab from Boozie felt personal, like he was peeling back layers of pride to expose something deeper. Now the world's watching this feud unfold like a movie, with King at the center, Boozie in full attack mode, and T.I. trying to keep his cool while his family name takes hit after hit. And trust me, what came next made everything 10 times worse. By this point, Boozie wasn't just trolling. He was playing chess while everyone else was stuck playing checkers. The man saw an opportunity to flip the entire situation, and he did it with precision. What started as jokes about King's behavior quickly turned into a full-blown takedown of T.Y.'s image as a father, an artist, and even a man. Boozie's first move was sly. He didn't mention names directly, but everyone knew who he was talking about. He posted a clip online saying, some of these rappers raised they sons soft, and the internet lost it. Within minutes, that clip spread across every platform, with fans tagging T.I. and King non-stop. The timing was perfect, right when King's name was trending over that alleged tape. T.I. couldn't even catch his breath before another blow landed. Boozie started giving interviews, laughing about industry kids who think they from the hood, and that was all it took for the fire to explode again. He even claimed that real fathers raise solid sons, and fans took that as a direct hit aimed straight at T.I. It wasn't just beef anymore, it was humiliation in high definition. Everywhere you looked, people were debating who was right. Some said Boosie was out of line, but others swore he was just saying what everyone else was thinking. The comments were brutal. Ty lost control of his boy. Boosie just said what needed to be said. This man turned T.I.'s pain into content. And the craziest part, Boozie didn't even need to drop a diss track. His words were enough. Every shady comment he made turned into a viral headline. Every laugh he let out felt like another hit to T.I.'s pride. Even people outside hip-hop circles started talking about it. The drama went mainstream. Behind the scenes, insiders claim T.I. was heated. He wanted to respond, but he knew one wrong move could make things worse. So instead, he kept quiet. But that silence only gave Boozie more power. Fans began saying T.I. was ducking smoke, and that maybe Boozie had exposed something deeper about his family dynamic. It was a narrative T.I. couldn't control anymore, and Boozie made sure of it. And here's the cold truth. Boozie knew exactly how to hit where it hurt most. He didn't go after T.I.'s music, his career, or his fame. He went after his fatherhood, his legacy. The one thing T.I. always took pride in. That's what made this whole thing sting harder than any rap beef. To make things worse, fans began remixing King's old clips, turning his emotional moments into memes with Boozie's quotes layered on top. It was digital warfare, and T.I. was losing the PR battle fast. By the time the dust settled, Boozie had done what no rapper ever could. He embarrassed one of the South's biggest icons without even picking up a mic. And now, the world was waiting to see if T.I. would finally break his silence and fire back, or if this feud would go down as one of the coldest takedowns in hip-hop history. By the time the dust started to settle, the whole situation had turned into one of the most talked about showdowns of the year. King's name was plastered everywhere. T.I. was trending non-stop, and Boozie was sitting back watching it all unfold, grinning like a man who knew he just won the game. I tried to play it cool. He didn't clap back directly, didn't post a fiery rant, didn't even drop a subliminal verse, just pure silence. But in the world of hip-hop, silence speaks loud. Fans started debating whether he was staying quiet out of maturity or because Boozie really hit him where it hurt. Some people said, T.I. knows if he reacts, it'll only make Boozie's words louder, while others claimed he's just embarrassed. Boozie got him good. Meanwhile, King stayed defiant, posting online like nothing fazed him. But every post turned into another storm of comments, jokes, memes, and endless opinions. The internet was split, half defending King as just a young man under too much pressure and half roasting him for trying too hard to be something he's not. Then came the interviews. Boozie didn't stop there. He doubled down, talking about how fame ruins fatherhood and how some parents raise stars but forget to raise men. Every sentence felt like another jab, straight at T's pride. Even people who didn't know much about the feud started paying attention because Boozie made it sound like a cultural debate, not just a celebrity spat. I eventually spoke, not in anger, but in a calculated tone. He said, "You don't ever question another man's parenting when you don't walk in his shoes." It was short, sharp, and meant to bring back respect. But by then, the internet had already decided who won the round, and it wasn't him. Boozie's comments had gone too viral, too deep, and too personal. Behind the scenes, industry whispers said T.I. was furious, not just at Boozie, but at how fast fans flipped on him. For years, he'd been seen as a symbol of Southern success, a man who came from the grind and built an empire. Now people were questioning his family, his influence, and his control, all because of one man's words and a messy online storm. And let's not forget, all of this started from a single clip that might not even be real. That's the wild part. The truth about that alleged tape got lost in the chaos, replaced by gossip, memes, and assumptions that took on a life of their own. At the end of it all, Boozie walked away, looking like the villain and the victor. King was left fighting for his image, and T.I. was stuck trying to protect his legacy while the world laughed, speculated, and refreshed their timelines for updates. But one thing's for sure, this feud showed just how fast the internet can build you up and tear you down in the same breath. Fame doesn't come with armor, and sometimes silence can cost you your crown. If you made it this far, hit that like, subscribe, share, and drop your thoughts in the comments, because this drama isn't over yet. Stay tuned for the next wild story, only on Starbuzz Daily, where the tea never stops spilling.